Next speaker is Naresh. He's a very good friend of mine. He's also a member of the Young Democrats. So he's a partner at a media production company. And if you have looked at our talk shows such as Slack and Discuss Problems, a lot of this are made possible because of him. So today he'll be here to talk about why he joined SDP and also tell you more about himself and the Young Democrats. So without further ado, let's welcome Naresh.
Thank you. Hello everyone. Thank you for taking the time on this slightly hazy Saturday afternoon to make it down here to witness this actually very important event for us, the Manifesto launch. It's a privilege to be standing before all of you. When I was first told that I'll be one of the 3 speakers speaking, I had a little fear in me, but that went away as quickly as it came. And this is because far more dire and greater than this fear was the importance of being able to represent the people and to fight for a better quality of life. I'm Naresh, 31 years old this year, and I'm sure you've heard I'm in the media and all these things. I was born into a family of humble background, but one which did not fail to expose me to the political climate here. I had an uncommon interest in the local political scene since a very young age. I remember spending childhood days during the campaigns, chasing after party trucks during the campaign periods, getting jolted out of my sleep suddenly when I hear the speakers blaring. After all the chasing, I think I'm finally here. I finally reached the trucks and the speakers that I was looking for. The SDP had always been at the back of my head, even when I was not actively thinking about politics. Through school, higher education, and when I got into the workforce. Not being a member of the party yet at that point, of course I would not know what the party's culture was like. What drew me to the SDP was what I knew about the leaders of the party. These were things that my parents, my family, my friends, we spoke about over dinner and lunch and all this. What I knew about the leaders was that they were unrelenting towards their push to enter parliament. Not many people would spend a great part of their lives fighting for something that caused threat to their basic comforts, deal a blow to their social life, and sometimes violently rock their financial stability. Members of the CEC present and the past did that and are still doing it. For people who fought this hard, there must have been a strong driving force behind it. They must have realized a dire need to rectify issues in this country. They must have had a deep conviction about something. They must have had a set of plans that are well thought of and beneficial to all of us that they would like to share and ensure comes into play. No one fights unwaveringly for decades just for the sake of fighting. It's really easier to make money elsewhere and live a comfortable life. What appeals to me now, fast forward, as a member of the party, this would take me a long time because there are a lot of things to say, but I'll just talk about some of the key reasons. Would be passion and hard work. Does this passion and hard work that I desire to so badly relate to all of you? This passion and hard work that is present in all the members of the party. From people like Bobby and Ricky, people who comb the ground day after day. And I mean day after day because even I find it hard to do it day after day, but they know every corner of the areas that we are in. They know everyone in every block, almost. Balancing the groundwork with the admin, policy planning, family life, work life is nowhere near easy, but it's still done with joy. The humility and love within the party members and volunteers is something that gives hope for the future. If people with these values, this love, get into parliament, it can only translate into sound policies. It can bring about improved welfare and a quality of life, and on a broader level, a civic conscious society. Don't get me wrong, none of these points, though it may be the softer points about a person, none of it points to weakness in decision making. In fact, it points to an increased ability to make morally upright decisions. The SDP is a party that has a very pleasant blend of competency, compassion, and a progressive way of thinking. The brains, the heart, and the openness. The brand of politics that SDP is bringing to the table is one of transparency, a culture of listening, empathy for the people, and the conceptualizing and execution of effective and lasting solutions that we have already planned. We envision a day where society moves away from gender, ethnic, and religious differences, a day where we see each other for who we are. No doubt Singapore is already coping reasonably well with this, but more can still be done. SDP is also going to be a party of and for the future. When I say this, what I mean is that we are also focusing on stuff like environmental challenges and modern societal issues that are coming up. Recently at the SG Climate Rally, senior members of the CEC as well as Young Democrats were there to witness a very important event that is calling out for people to be aware of the weight of this issue of climate change. A systemic change is needed from top down, and we recognize this urgency. Right now, bridging into my last point, which would be about the Young Democrats, I'd like to take a bit of time to speak about them, this group of people. This is the youth arm of the SDP. The youth wings of political parties are a key instrument in any campaign. On many occasions, in a lot of organizations, we see a disconnect between the younger group and the senior members. However, in the SDP, the Young Democrats are included and allowed to take lead in many of the processes and party endeavors. A seamless and productive relationship has been forged between the YDs, which is the Young Democrats, and the senior members. A very healthy environment has been established where there is active exchange of ideas. For example, in the coming pre-election rally that has been planned, members of the Young Democrats are at the forefront handling roles of leadership spanning a few departments. The current Young Democrats of the SDP are a capable, vibrant, and committed bunch. Shadowing the senior members to learn from their valuable experience has proved to be an excellent learning process. Being allowed to put it into practice through our weekly house visits, party events, planning and strategy work in the office has been monumental in fostering growth and cohesion between all our members. In every party organization, there will come a time when leadership renewal will take place. When that happens much further down the road, I think we can be rest assured that this new generation of focused, competent and morally upright individuals will continue to hold up the SDP banner high. For now, don't worry, our leaders are still extremely strong, both mentally and physically, and that explains why the SDP is ready for this upcoming GE. Thank you.